It is officially the middle of summer. It's hot and sunny outside. The days are lovely and long. John, what do you reckon?
Well, I'm well rested, so let's talk a little bit about barbecuing.
Edible Valley Podcast, Midsummer, let's go!
Welcome to the Edible Valley Podcast.
We want to invite you as we embark on a culinary journey through the heart of Vancouver Island.
From the fertile fields
To the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean.
we'll explore the stories behind the food that nourishes us.
Tune in to each episode as we deep dive into the flavors, the traditions, and the innovations that make this a true paradise.
Now, please join us as we explore our Edible Valley.
Well, it is so good to be back, even though the podcast has been plodding along handsomely, as I hear. John writing to me on a regular basis going, downloads! We're getting so many downloads. So massive appreciation from our heart to yours. Thank you if you have downloaded this in the last few weeks or ever. But we are back in the studio at 98.9 Jet FM, the Comox Valley's best rock. I'm back. I never really left, but you did. You've been in Porto Alberni.
I've been in Port Alberni, living up the good life there. Yeah, no, I'm just finishing up the end of my class right now. So we literally have 4 weeks left in class, and the students are getting ready for their practical exams. So they've got 5 dishes that they have 4 hours to do for me. And then I'm going to critique them on how they do, and it's a pass or fail. And so I think I'm feeling really good about my students. I think they're going to do great. So.
It should be a game show. I can
it
imagine Gordon Ramsay. This is crap. So today we're going to talk about barbecues. I mean, what a fitting. I can't actually believe we haven't spoken about barbecues already, but we're gonna cover it all. We're gonna give you a complete guide, the things to avoid, the ways of doing it, all the different cooking methods. As usual, I am bringing next to nothing.
Oh, come well.
In terms of knowledge. I always have one little tidbit that's barely relevant. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. There's a bloody mouse that keeps on getting into my barbecue and treating it like a bed /toilet.
Right.
And every time I go and open it up, there's a little dropping there. And it's a little cute little guy. But I clean it, I sanitize it, I heat it for 45 minutes at 700 degrees Fahrenheit, and it still chooses to go back up there. What on earth is going on?
You know what? You probably just got some good food going on in there,
Probably.
right?
Yeah.
Some good drippings,
Yeah.
maybe some nice ribs or some steaks going on.
A lot. I've been doing the smash burgers. I've got one of those smash patty press things. Oh, unbelievably delicious.
I got you.
So let's jump straight in then. Barbecues.
Well, I was thinking, I always love about connecting with food. And what is better than this time with the beautiful weather, the sun out there, is actually sit down and just get together with some friends and family, whether you're doing a potluck or whatever, but everything just goes all around that beautiful barbecue.
Yeah.
So you can get it nice and hot and then just throw your favorite ingredients on there, right?
I love it. It's like the way you describe things, it just makes me hungry.
Well, and you just want to be with your friends and family, right? And what a better
absolutely.
choice,
And the two things that come to mind when you speak, first of all, you mentioned this, cooking with fire. There's something about it which is very, very seductive. And then eating outside. That's the other thing. I mean, what a combination.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm shooting for. So I thought about it, and there's so many different options out there of where you can go for buying the right barbecue, right?
I love that you're starting right from the top. Now, is it a good idea to buy the cheapest one you can possibly find?
You know what? I always say invest in what you can afford,
Okay.
right? And then there's lots of options, right? You can talk about the major ones. We've got gas, charcoal, right? Which are some nice pellet. There's the old green machine, the old Kambu ones, right? The big cylinders. Those are great ones. But even then, if you can only get a nice, good electric barbecue is even nice just to be outside in the weather, right?
Of course. Now, we bought one a few years ago. We got the cheapest one, and we haven't really found a reason to get rid of it. But we actually couldn't fit it in the car. And as we live about a mile from Home Depot, we decided hey, William, you can just walk home in the blazing heat with the barbecue. So if I ever sell this barbecue, I think I legally have to tell people it's mileage.
It's mileage, which is kilometers, yeah. But, there's so many great options with working with the different types of barbecue, right? You're going to get different flavors, different textures. It's different temperatures, whether you're working with something like a nice gas, which is controlled, to something that's like a charcoal, right? Which is going to add those extra flavors. And if you want to get into smoking, throwing some wood on the barbecue and just letting the barbecue work in the right way for you.
And you're right. And we've now got all these kind of adjacent, you could say loosely, barbecues, outdoor cookers, such as pizza ovens. I mean, we'll talk about that another time.
Oh, man.
But it adds another level, doesn't it?
I just have a love for pizza ovens, the old firewood ovens, like just incredible.
Just the original ones.
Just the original, like the classic way.
Nice, thin, Italian-style crust in there for just 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Bring it out. Little bits of it are burnt.
But perfect.
Amazing.
Just that leopard skin on it.
Well,
I love
we
it.
must do pizza ovens on the next one.
Yes.
They're very popular household items now. You're going to find them just about anywhere. I'm sure you've seen that. So we will do a show on that. Let's put a note. But back to barbecues. What kind of angle do you want to take this? Because I really like the way you're talking about different flavors coming in, judging by how you cook it. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, well, and this is my thing. It's like a frying pan, I think, having a good heavy-duty grill is always going to help you out, right?
Yeah.
Because it's about controlling heat. So if you have something that's thin and light, when the meat hits it, you're going to lose that heat instantly, right?
Right.
So having a nice heavy-duty grill, I think, is always going to help you. And I think part of making good barbecuing, no matter what you're doing, is doing good preparation before you get there.
Right. Yeah, that's so important. You chuck something on the barbecue, you got seconds. I make smash burgers. Short amount of time on either side. Chuck the smash burger on. Oh, bloody hell, where's the spatula? What are you going to do? Well, that's it. You probably, unless you know exactly where it is. Big problem.
You're in problems. So it's really setting up your barbecue and prepping yourself for success, right?
Yeah.
So making sure you have your food ready to go. But when actually getting out to the barbecue, make sure the grill is clean, getting it nice and warm, spending the time to get the oven heated up and get it nice and warm
get it ready.
before you start throwing food in. Because as soon as you start, you want to get that nice charcoal flavor to it, So keeping that temperature up. I always like to do having a nice paper towel with a little bit of oil just to be able to season the grills before I start going, right? Just that way, just a light brushing of oil is just going to help from your product sticking there a little bit.
All those little differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll come through.
And as you said, making sure you have all your tools organized before you get out there. Because when you don't have that flipper and that burger's ready to go, what do you do?
Well, and you need it all. I mean, we're just talking the most rudimentary. We're talking a burger here. In your mind, I think you've got more than that. But, you need everything there. Have you done the buns? Are they chopped? Have you got the mayonnaise on? Have you got the cheese ready to chuck on the burger to go on the grill? Because you've got to eat these little buggers pretty quickly when you take them off the grill. Have you got it all there?
And most of the time when you're doing barbecuing at home and that stuff, it's quick stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like you're setting up to do a roast for a long time.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying don't do that, because I think that's incredible for taking doing brisket on there. Like, hello.
Oh,
Slow cooking for a long time. But when we're talking about doing grilled vegetables or cooking some fish on there, all of those things are pretty quick cooking things. So being prepared, ready to go, and setting yourself up for success, right?
Can I give you a quick brisket tip?
Oh, yeah.
If you need brisket fast in the Comox Valley, Old Farm Market, they do a completely cooked brisket, and they'll cut it for you. So I think it's like $5 for 100 grams or something like that. I always double that, and then I make my own sandwich. You get a ton of meat, but it is so delicious. It's not that expensive, and you don't have to do anything other than eat the stuff. It is really good.
Exactly.
And their brisket sandwich is next level as well, actually. Yeah.
And that's the other thing I was thinking about when we're talking about brisket, setting up the direction of how you're cooking it. So whether we're going to do a direct heat or indirect heat.
Right.
So when I'm talking about that, the joys of a barbecue is that you can create a circle of heat going through there by having one temperature higher than the other side. So the heat rises on the one side and then rolls over and cools on the other side.
Okay,
so
that is mental.
Yeah. So when you're doing
one side is more than the other.
Yeah. So you can have really hot one side, and that you can get that convection happening within the barbecue itself, which is going to just
I have never heard of that.
Create that nice crust. It's going to make sure that you don't overcook it. That time when you're over the high heat right there and it's starting to brown and burn too much? Turn off the other side, move it to the other side, keep the lid closed, and that heat's going to keep circulating around there and keeping it warming up. So
Wow.
making those plans when you're going to go. So when you're doing a nice burger or you're searing something quick, a nice steak on there, you're going to do the one side. But if you want to get that temperature, you don't want it rare, maybe you want it a little more medium, transfer it over to the other side and just let it slowly cook. You're just going to get excellent, beautiful flavors out of there.
Thank you for that. That's great tip. Right, next.
Well, let's get into a couple like grilling tips, like something that I like to work with. And we're talking about like with this one is like using the temperature, not time, right? So thinking about how your temperature is going to affect things and not worrying so much about how long it's on there.
Okay.
I always say like and this is life-changing, and it's really changed my cooking style. And some people will knock it, but I'm saying having one of those instant read thermometers and learning your temperatures is a life changer.
Yeah.
Yep. Like
my one's broken and I hate it.
Yeah.
I always think I'm going to make a mistake here and I'm going to know about it the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one, like, yes, there's a touch test to figure out a rare, medium well. I'm not going to get into that today. But then there's putting your thermometer in there and just hitting those temperatures that are just absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah.
And then, we always want to make sure that when we're cooking, we're not constantly flipping. Get it in there, let it cook for a bit. I'm always this with my students too when they're cooking in a frying pan, and the first thing they want to do is they want to flip it over to make sure it's not burned. I'm like, just turn the temperature down a little bit, let it sit, let it work its magic.
Yeah.
Create that nice caramelization before you flip it over. Putting nice grill marks is so easy if you take the time, making sure you have a nice hot spot on the grill, nice and seasoned, putting that meat down there, letting it cook, making sure it doesn't stick, like just pulling up a little corner, but keeping it there so you get that nice golden charcoal mark through it, and then just picking it up, doing a little 45-degree angle, churn, and then putting it down. You're going to get a perfect looking steak every time. So
excellent.
This is, and sometimes you want to move it to a little bit of a hotter spot to get that new sear on it. But just taking those things into consideration, we're going to make some amazing food for you. What else have I got for things here? I always want to say, wow, this is a tough one. I'm going to hurt you a little bit. But letting the meat rest.
I mean, that's amazing. That's what you do.
I know.
But even not for burger, we're talking steak.
Everything.
Really?
All proteins. Just giving them, depending on their thickness, is how much time you should give them to really sit there. Basically, because all those juices and all that flavor that's inside that meat there, it gets forced out. It gets out of the cells, right?
Yeah.
And you've seared it. It's all locked in there. Letting it rest lets those cells absorb some of that moisture again. So that flavor goes back into it. So if you've ever cut into a steak and it just bleeds out everywhere, it's because those juices haven't had a chance to absorb back into themselves. So that's just going to make it that much more flavorful and just that much pleasure.
So are you moving it to a cooler area of the grill, like one of the higher levels?
You're taking it off the grill, wrapping it, is quite fine. Maybe putting a piece of tinfoil or raising it to the higher level on your barbecue.
And a few
putting
minutes.
it aside, just leaving it for a few minutes, before you actually cut into it. It just gives that chance for that meat just to reabsorb everything.
Okay, noted.
And, oh, man, I'm getting hungry here. I don't know how about...
I was just thinking, can I have my Saturday... This Sunday night, by the way, we're recording this. I was just thinking I might have my Saturday night food again.
Oh, yeah?
Because, absolutely. This sounds really good. Yeah.
Well, I'll admit that yesterday when we had a little bit of rain, which is something we needed here because it's getting dry out there. Yeah. And so, you have to be a little cautious being out there right now with this dry. So it's beautiful to have this rain. I pushed the barbecue out on the deck there, and we got frying up some burgers and some vegetables. So it was a nice time. And I was thinking, it's so great. And this is something none of us have enough in our diets, and we're so lucky here on Vancouver Island to have such an abundance, but of great vegetables. Yeah. Right. Heading down to our farmers market. Yeah. Hitting any of the markets around here, any of the major grocery stores. There's so much great produce coming in here. So hitting up some of those things. So I think stuff like corn is next level this time,
Absolutely. This time of year for corn, and it's local. I mean, even at the Comox Valley Farmers Market, when do they do the free corn?
Yeah, that's coming up pretty quick, actually.
And that's an amazing thing. Yeah. A little bit of butter, a little bit of salt.
You're just
done.
Just done. Grilled on the barbecue.
Sweetness coming through.
Yeah, and of course, if you leave your window out near a good farm here or there, you may find a zucchini sitting on the front seat of your car, right? Now, nothing better than thinly slicing some nice zucchini, marinating it, throwing it on the grill. Comes out so well. And then, of course, like having asparagus is a great one. Roasted red peppers, can we go wrong with that?
All of these are fantastic.
Grilling
on a
off some
barbecue,
tomatoes. I even like to throw down, some nice lettuce. Like grilled romaine lettuce, radicchio.
Like the gems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sear them down
Halve them on the... What is that on the grill? Like the little bit of char, a little bit of burnt on there. It's beautiful.
Next level, right?
Yeah.
So we've got all these great vegetables, and then let's talk about other local ingredients that we have here for barbecuing, right? Local beef. I mean, how can you go wrong with your smash burgers on there?
Yeah.
Even a nice big fat juicy burger at this time of year is just something about that out in the out there.
Yeah, and then would you go for medium or lean? This is a question a lot of people debate over.
Right. Well, here's my belief in this.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy, but fat is always flavor.
Yeah.
So I've never really gone for a lean burger, even though it can help hold it together sometimes a little bit more. But I just love the fat.
I completely agree with you. It's got to be medium.
Let's do it.
You're not doing it for health. Enjoy yourself.
What? And then we're in such a beautiful area. The next day, you grill off some salmon.
Job done.
You've got your
wild
nice,
salmon.
Wild salmon is always a hit. Lucky here being on the island, cedar plank salmon is one of my absolute favorite. Soak those planks in the water, throw the salmon on there with your seasoning and spices, maybe a little citrus on the cedar plank salmon. Oh, it's just, you get that beautiful aroma off the cedar.
Now, remember when I used to live with you during the pandemic?
Yes.
And I ran that dog. The dog's name was Lady. And I went out every evening about 7 o'clock, and we were all really fit at that time, so I was running and walking with her. And I'd see this guy, and it was a pandemic, so people were a little bit more social. At the end of their driveways, saying hello to everyone. So there's this gentleman I saw, probably in his 50s, and I'd see him every day. And I was like, hello, mate, how you doing? As I walked past you. Well, wait a minute, I've got something for you. And he just handed me a freaking fish. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And he said, yes, you can have it. And I was like, well, thank you very much. And I thought it's like a traditional Canadian thing. Like, hello, nice to meet you. There's a fish.
It's an
What do
thing.
I bring to the party? There's some chips. Let's eat it together. He was a fisherman.
Yeah.
But that fish, he had caught it.
Yeah.
Just the freshest. I mean, as you say, next level.
Yeah.
When someone's caught it, when it's fresh, if you're getting it from down on the docks at Comox Harbour, someone like that, you're really getting a different animal entirely.
Yeah,
it feels like it. If it's Icelandic from Costco and frozen, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But if you can get it from the docks, do it.
Oh, local sockeye salmon here is definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, I just somewhere in my heart, I just love that fish, and I've spent many years cooking it and definitely winning with it. So, what are some myths we can talk about?
Oh, I can't think of any. Tell me a myth.
I always like the things that bigger flames aren't better.
Okay, I can imagine that will be true.
Right?
Actually,
I find the bigger the flame doesn't always mean better, right? You get a little bit of charcoal, you get that bitter flavor from burnt oil or something like that.
And from back in our Atlas Cafe days, every now and then you'd see like the biggest flame in the world coming from one of the grills, and you'd always hear like you being like, "You twats, turn it down." I was like, and so that's what I kind of learned. Okay, this isn't the best idea, but it feels fun.
It looks fun but oil burning is not a good thing, right? It's bitter, it's sour, it's a carcinogen, so it's not good for you healthy wise. So keeping the oil down is always a big thing.
Yeah.
So maybe controlling those flames there.
Yeah,
you
little
know
flames.
What? Grill marks don't mean it's cooked.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying bring that thermometer with you, especially if you're grilling chicken on there or something like that. Get into that thickest point.
The internal temperature.
Internal temperature, especially on chicken, we want to be at 74 degrees Celsius. That way it's cooked. Everything is safe after that point.
Now, can we have that in Fahrenheit? Because I need to know these things. Is that 165?
Yeah.
Okay. When I moved here, I converted to the modern Canadian system of imperial.
Yeah.
And 65.
Yeah.
Beef 165 as well.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, we can play around with beef because we can go down in temperatures and that. So,
but if
I spend all my time doing Celsius now because I'm trying to be Canadian and get with it.
Yeah.
So
I've just converted, mate. Don't make me go back again. Okay. Okay. All right. That's good.
Technique matters, man. Like, take your time with the meat. Don't go crazy with it. Let those flavors come out and just have a good time with it.
I love it.
It's all about getting out there. So, yeah, how are we doing for time?
We're there, mate. We're already at 20 minutes. How did that happen? But I've got to say, I think pound for pound, there has not been a podcast we've done that has made me, including the one we did about bacon, that has made me more hungry than this one. Wow.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
Good news.
It's the primal thing, isn't it? You cannot have a barbecue for 8, 9, 10 months, and then you're just like, oh my God, I need to have a barbecue.
Yes.
What is that? Because no one cooks everything on their barbecue.
Oh, exactly.
Unless you're at the beach or, whatever. So it's one of those things. And this is your moment. This is the time, if it is July when you're listening to this.
Anyway, so I think that's our challenge for everyone out there is to go out there and do some barbecuing.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear some of the things you're doing and where you're doing your barbecuing.
Absolutely.
Definitely. We'd love to share that on our next episode. And
any questions at all, shoot them in our direction. We will happily discuss it in the next episode. You are in Porto Alberni for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
So you're still putting out podcasts.
Well, I'm a little slow on them because I've been doing a couple.
Yeah.
I'm doing a teaching my PIDP right now. So just to get my certificate for teaching and stuff like that to make that all legit.
You are so right to be doing that.
So I got 1,000 things, and we got the Chefs Association going on, which is very strong. We got some big fun events coming with that. I know definitely on the island wise. We have the Food Day Canada. They're doing a long table, a harvest table down in the Cowichan Valley that I'm hoping to be a part of.
That's going to be nice.
In September, there's lots of stuff happening with Cook's Camp is coming up in September as well. Like, I'm getting ahead on this. Good friend Avi is doing another Vines and Tides at the 40 Knots coming up here. So that's going to be in September as well. So there's some really fun events coming out.
Absolutely. And of course, we've had our longest days. The nights start to draw in. We've got a good few months of core summer ahead of us. But we do start to look at those burr months, those autumnal months, harvest time, where we really start to draw ourselves inwards to really reflect on our lives, on our food, with our family, and start to take stock as we head in towards the end part of 2026. I can hardly believe I'm saying it, but that is a really fun time of year.
I know. I think it's time we get out of here and go do some barbecuing just for the two of us.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Any questions at all, you know where we are. But for now, this is William Stringer with the podcast, with the Edible Valley podcast. I'm in the studio, so in my mind, I'm like, with 98.9 Jet FM, the Campbell's Valley's best rock. But thank you for joining us.
I'm Chef Jonathan Frazier, and don't forget to explore your own Edible Valley.